I will show you how to edit your client's account details. From the left navigation menu, select Clients. When selected, the Clients page will display. Locate and identify the client you wish to edit. When selected, the profile page will open. Select Edit. A pop-up window will open, giving you access to their client's detailed information. Here you have the ability to upload a profile image or profile picture for your client. You will see their name displayed here. And the activation day. This is their day that they logged in for the very first time and how many days they have been active with you. So it's a historical date. You have the ability to deactivate the client. And when you deactivate the client is not able to log into the platform. They're unable to receive any notifications or even access the resources available to them. This is what we call an inactive client who has been deactivated. You'll also have the ability to reactivate a client if necessary from the details page. You'll also see the contact information, and you'll see the time zone. The time zone is extremely important. It's important because you have programs that are sent out on a schedule that you choose. And in the settings page, you have the ability to choose a time that you want your automation to go out on a daily basis. So for example, you may want all of your communication to go out at 9 a.m. So, well, 9 a.m. for someone who lives in California versus someone who lives in Chicago is completely different. So it's important for your contacts to be able to identify their time zone so that they're getting communication to you on a timely basis and relatively at a time of day that's more appropriate. You have the ability to add case notes. And so here is where you will have the preference of putting anything that you think is important to remember about this particular client or the organization or the particular group of people that you're working with, whoever this profile is created for. So for example, there might be, for instance, a need to use a different payment link or payment service for a particular customer or client or group than what is integrated, which is Stripe. And so it's a pretty cool place to leave your links that direct people to your payment portal so that they can pay the invoices that you send to them. So you would just simply copy and then paste into the settings under the payment site what that link is and create invoices for them specifically, and then just refresh back to Stripe, which is integrated into the platform for you. You also have the ability again to just have ongoing client or case notes available to you. Now, it's important to note that what you put here is private between you and not with the client. So what is here is not accessible to the client at all. And so it's also a good place for you to put any follow-up instructions, notes, or resources, or anything you think is essential to remember on behalf of this client that you may want to follow up to do, or even have readily available to you so that you can be able to respond accordingly. Now, you also have the ability to add them to a business unit or a group. So from left to right, if you see here that there is a check mark, that means that this client has access to this folder, that this client may have access to this particular business unit group or this professional development training. And here are the names of the particular groups. And here is how long the client has been active within that business unit. So on some hand, this particular client has access to a variety of resources from the services that are being provided. You can continuously add other services. You can manually add them to additional resources from here. So by simply placing a check in the box and then coming to the far right and changing the date. So let me talk about the date. So for example, as you can see, the client has been with the program or has been historically with this program for 263 days. In other words, they have logged into the mobile app and have been experiencing the resources for 263 days. However, along the way, there's opportunities that have been presented to them through the resource page or the paywall or advertisement that you have provided to them so that they can opt into new experiences. And so as you can see, those days are different than the historical date. And this is where you can keep an awareness to how long the client has been with you and where they're at in each of the program. Because each of these programs have program automation. It's on autopilot, and it's extending to them resources and activities throughout their time with you. And it's nice to know from a glance where they're at in the program. So if you're opening up new programs for individuals and manually adding them to different resources or business units or learning opportunities, you can simply add a check and then come here and leave it at day one. Or maybe they've already had the introduction, the onboarding experience, been communicated to about how to unpack the tool. Well, maybe they're starting late and the rest of the team has started a week ago and they just got started and they just opted in. So you're able to come here and change their starting point within the program. So instead of starting someone off at day one, maybe you want to start them off on day 5. This is where everyone else is, but this is also maybe unnecessary information prior to that they need. So if you're manually adding people to a group, you can come and change where they start, their starting point. You would set that day, and then you would hit save. However, if clients or customers want to opt out of a group, you can simply come here and remove them from groups as well. And then just click save. So thank you for watching this demo tutorial on how you can set up your client's details and edit details within the client's profile page. Check out more tutorials on our YouTube channel so that you may have access to more videos on how you can set up your successful LyfQuest platform.